Greetings, YouTube. So while it's still Pride Month, I've got my little pins on. Let's try to end at least part of the month on an up note. A judge has recently decided that one of the truly unbelievably offensive laws trying to limit access to medical care for the trans community is unconstitutional and has put a stay upon it. Of course, this is just going to get kicked up to the next level of jurisprudence and will eventually land on the docket of the Supreme Court, where all of the vile bigots that have been putting these laws forward are hoping that the conservative uh, justices will vote for it and support their desire to force trans people into not receiving the medical care that they so justly deserve. Um, Gender affirming care for trans people is healthcare. It is a lifeline. And I know that there are people who are going to disagree, but cis people you do gender confirming healthcare and and gender confirming uh, non-healthcare all the time. What do I mean by that? If you buy a pretty dress and you're a cisgender woman, that's gender confirming healthcare. You are buying something that makes you feel good in your skin where your gender is concerned. I work with a guy. I don't even know his name. I work for a very, very big company, and he works in a different division. But I see him all the time, and he is naturally gray-haired. Well, technically, his hair is white. Okay, he's not. I don't know how old he is, but he's desperately holding on to to youth. He drives a convertible, and he's just, yeah, he's one of those dudes. He does not want to give up his youth. So what does he do? Dyes his hair. He doesn't dye his hair in a subtle manner. He dyes it black. But that's gender affirming care right there. That makes him feel good in his skin. It's harmless. And that kind of thing is something that trans people should be able to do just like we do, just like the cis community does. I dress the way I want to because it makes me feel good in my skin. A lot of the time I'm dressing neutrally in the sense that, pants, t-shirt, sweatshirt, things like that. But I carry myself the cut of my clothing and things definitely gives people the impression that I am masculine. That the beard does help as well. Um, and cishet women do that all the time. They confirm their gender. Now, sometimes the folks in the trans community, they need medical help to achieve that, and they should have it. There's no reason a trans person shouldn't be able to have access to hormone blockers and hormone treatments, HRT treatments when they're teens. None whatsoever. Those are reversible. I know that there in some cases there are side effects, but there are side effects in so many different procedures that we all do to keep ourselves going. There are side effects in taking medication that you desperately need to stay alive. And so that sometimes there are side effects in taking medication that are going to help you confirm the gender that you are. Everything is a risk in life. And there are folks who do regret transitioning. You know what the percentage of those folks are? 1% of trans people regret transitioning. 7% of women that have children regret having children. 14% of all medical procedures done have people that regret doing them. 14%. That's the average of medical procedures. Like, I really should have had that done for whatever reason. You know what I mean? We've all been there. We've all done that. My father's had multiple knee surgeries. He's multiple shoulder surgeries, and some of them did no good, and some of them actually caused harm. We all regret things sometimes. A 1% regret rate? That seems pretty darn good to me. So why don't we celebrate that? Why don't we help our trans brothers and sisters and gender neutral folks just feel good in their skin? Is that too much to ask? If somebody says, hi, I'm Bob, call them Bob. Doesn't matter what they look like in your eyes. Doesn't matter that to you, maybe that name doesn't seem to fit them. If they ask to be called Bob, it means that that name fits them. If they ask to be called Sally, call them Sally. What does it matter? How is that hurting you? What is it taking away from you? Nothing. It's that simple. If I introduce you and tell you my name's James, you're going to call me James. James is my name, but you don't know that. I'm just asking, call me James. And that's such a small ask. And looking at me, you're going to say he, him. But what if I ask you to say they, them? Why would that be so difficult? And if you have a complaint with that particular use of pronouns, go bitch at the Romans. I believe they're the ones that came up with it. They're the ones that came up with cis and trans, so you can blame them for that too. There's a lot you can blame on the Romans, isn't there? But why don't we support our trans folk friends, our families, our fellow citizens? It's such a small thing to do. And the impact is so damn large. You can help somebody feel good in their skin. Now, isn't that a good way to spend your time? Happy Pride, folks. I hope we all had a good time. And on that one final note, during Pride Month in 2023, Pat Robertson died. That was a little gift now, wasn't it?